Hello, welcome back for another reading. All right, I'm diving right in. Let me just do a couple of shuffles. Spirit, please allow me to be a channel for the highest messages for the collective today. Messages for confirmation, guidance, reassurance, or clarification on whatever is happening in their life for their highest, greatest good. Whatever needs to come through today. Please allow my voice to be that channel. And so it is. Okay. I literally just saw 44 on the clock when I looked at it. So if that's relevant for you, maybe that's an important number. All right, let's get some cards out. Let's get that story going. What is the message that needs to come through? Spirit, please paint that picture for me. Shoot for, I usually aim for 5 cards, but whatever needs to come out is what I will go with. There's the first one. We have the High Priestess. This is card number 2. The Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. I'm picking up I know this is very like kind of off from really what the cards are saying, but well, what would traditionally maybe be read, but I'm getting a sense that you're moving towards something like very slowly, but you know what steps to take. Like, you know the steps that you are taking and you're being very intentional about it. Something about those steps or this action you're slowly taking is not what people would expect you to do or what they think you should do in your circumstances. I'm not sure. That's just like, that was really coming through strong. It's almost like you're being really, I don't want to say, I'm not getting hidden or sneaky, but it's like, it's almost like you have this plan and it's almost like, I know I have this plan. It's not written down and it's not conventional in that sense. It's not strategic in that sense, but it's intuitive in nature. And I'm listening to that every step of the way. That's really this strong, I just got chills. That's giving me this really strong energy so far with just those 3 cards. So let's just get a couple more, please. We have the 8 of Pentacles. There could be something here. It's like cyclic in nature. I'm getting a feeling that like it's kind of weird. I want to laugh about it because it's like it's not what like people would think. I'm getting this sense here with this 8 of Pentacles and what I just picked up that like, you know, the level of work that will be required of you during this like movement forward, working towards something. But this gal is sitting in this chair and she's like looking at all of her options. I think this is like food and like there's herbs. She's got a candle and she's just watching it burn down. And then there's like writing, or excuse me, there's like some like paper and a quill, I think, in the back. And what I think is interesting is like there's all this stuff in front of her and she knows that to whatever she's creating or building with this stuff here, it's almost like she's just sitting there looking at it. Like she has it all and she's just sitting back and just staring at it. And it's like she's watching this candle burn down before she's ready to take the physical action. Or because she's waiting for that inspired action. It's so weird. I just want to laugh about it, not to laugh at you if this is for you. Because anybody who is on the safe path, who understands life's challenges, has been through hardships, you want to have security and consistency and know what to expect in life, especially when you're going through a big transition or making a big change, you got to have a plan. People want to know that you have a plan and you have action you're taking and you're seeing success, and you do. You will. But your plan of action is a very intuitive one. It's like you are just letting this hit. If this is for you, you're just letting Jesus take the wheel. Like, and you are being so, I'm getting this. It's interesting. So when you look at her, she looks like her eyes are closed, but when you look closely, you can literally see her eyes behind her lids, which I always thought this was so, not like creepy, but also kind of like very like, that's very interesting. It's like you are so tapped in that everybody else would be like, when are you going to take action? When are you going to do that thing? You need to get on it. There's something you're being so methodical about, but also so intuitive. You're truly being led in this way. You are so certain of doing it this way. I just don't know how else to say that. And it's like right here, this Eight of Pentacles, to me, is like, she's got all this stuff. This is like all of the preparation, all of the stuff right here is like all the stuff she needs to like build her wealth and build her success. And she's just sitting there. I'm saying she because it's a she in the card. It could, masculine, feminine, male, female, it doesn't matter. But she's just looking at this candle and it's like she's watching it count down. You might be up against a time frame or something, but I feel like she's sitting in this chair and she knows when to take action. She's truly being led by the inspired action that she needs to take. So when that inspired action hits, then she takes action, because the Eight of Pentacles is about grinding, putting in the work, but she's doing it very, very specifically, in a very particular sense. This is a very interesting energy. So you've got something going on, or you're about to go into something, start something, or move into something. Okay. I'll just take them. So we have the Eight of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. I am really getting this sense here. You are really being led by your heart right now. The Eight of Swords kind of gives you that sense that there's a lot of anxiety and self-restriction and I'm getting a sense of doubt, but at the same time, there is this deep knowing. Like with this, let me just do this so I can... OCD needs to see it this way. I'm just getting the strong sense that regardless of what it looks like to anyone else, that you are truly being led by your heart, and that no matter what comes up, whether it's anyone else has something to say about it or it's your own mind that creeps in and says you need to take action, you're like, especially if I line it this way, I'm reading it here, the High Priestess with the Eight of Pentacles and below it is like, I am listening to my heart. I know that I have to follow this path. I know I have to do it like this. I can see something and I can feel something that nobody understands. And I know that I'm being led. I'm getting a sense here because I'm seeing this blindfold here. I know it's in the mirror and she's not blindfolded here, but still, like, I'm getting this feeling that, like, with the Ace of Cups here, you are being, like, led by yourself in blind faith. There is something here that is so solid and, like, knowing, like, you just know that there is something here you're working towards and you know what it's going to bring you, but you have to move in this blind faith. And you know that it's going to build and bring in an abundance. You know it's going to lead to this, it's going to lead to a deeper fulfillment. You know, whether this is, I'm not getting any sense that this is anything romantic or even like in a friendship. I do feel like this is something very personal to you. It could be, you know, career space, like job stuff, but I get more of a sense that this is something more personal. Like, this could be a hobby. This could be, like a really, like, deep passion of yours, something that you do, that you express with, that you love to share with people in some way. You love to show up and create something, or give something. There's something here that it's like, you know that it's going to take time to build, but I don't know, there's a sense here of, like, this is going to lead where my heart wants to go. Like, this is going to lead to my heart's desire. And I do feel like it's something that you're really having to keep, like, under wraps or keep to yourself. And even if people ask you about something, about it, if people do know, you're just not giving a whole lot of information. You're not really alluding to really where your mind and your intuition is at. You're truly being led, blind faith, and that might seem delusional. I heard this recently. The Lulu is not the Solulu. Well, I think the Lulu is a Solulu. If you can believe in yourself with, you know, unwavering faith, that, and be led by spirit into whatever you're meant to do or what you feel you're being called to do, I swear the most amazing things will unfold. And that's where I think you're at. Again, if this applies to you, and it doesn't have to resonate for you, if this could be something you're tapping into now, and it could be something you tap into in the future, if it's your story, if you want to claim it. And if it's not, you're like, there's no way I lead myself in blind faith. I'm all about strategy and planning. Well, then this is not for you. But that also could be you building that plan, being really methodical, really, like, objective about it, strategizing all the way through. That could totally be relevant. But I'm specifically reading this energy for someone out there who is doing something kind of in private. It's very, it's like it's a very emotional thing, but it's also, it's so personal. Whatever this is, it's so personal. And it's almost like you don't really want to share it with the world or your closest people publicly until you've built something for yourself to say, I followed my heart, I listened to my intuition in blind faith that this was going to take me somewhere and this was going to do something. And I think that once you're there, that's when that success, like, once you get to that point, that success is going to show up. And that's when you'll start sharing it more with people or be ready to be, like, public about it. But there is something here that's so deeply personal to you, and it's really beautiful. It's a very deeply connected space to yourself, to maybe source. You know, it could be artistry. You could be a traditional artist in the sense, painter, you know, sculptor. You could be a poet, like anything that's creative. And maybe it's like, how would you create money doing that? How would you create an income? How can you be successful doing that? Any kind of success. Who's going to follow you? Who's going to listen to you? And it's something that you're like, it doesn't matter to me. It's something I have to do. That's what it feels like. It's like, I just have to do this. And I think that's kind of what's coming through here for you. And I think if you've been feeling maybe doubtful at all about what you're doing and how you're showing up and if it's worth it or if it means anything, I think that this is definitely like confirmation for you that you're doing everything right. I just saw like a door, like just a door swing open, and the door was gold, and the door swung open, and there was just it's like a blinding light on the other side of it. Like, whoa. No idea what's on the other side of the door, but I just saw that. Wow, wow, wow. I am feeling called to pull an oracle. I am feeling called for this one here. Let's just see if there's any like maybe supplemental to this reading, or it's just additional. If something comes out that's not related to this but does resonate for you, then that could absolutely be a confirmation for you. Okay. All right, so right away, the first one out is hydrate and meditate. Number 1, drink your water. Stay hydrated because, you know, we don't get enough water in our in our lives. But I think if you're like asking for, you know, reassurance, guidance, answers or something, I think you're being asked to meditate. Can literally be like a 5-minute meditation, a 10-minute meditation. And if you don't like meditating, go to YouTube and listen to like a guided meditation for like 5 or 10 minutes. There's so many different meditations out there. There's apps out there, and you know, you can really listen to anything. But if you're someone who's like, I only am drawn to certain things, ask your source, your God, your belief system, whatever that is for you. Ask for that guidance. I really want to meditate, but I need a little support and a little help, especially if you're not someone who just want to sit in silence. Ask to be shown what to do, where to go, where to see that, and I guarantee you something will pop up for you, or someone will bring something up to you. Be like, hey, you're like best friend. They're like, do you meditate? And you're like, wasn't sure what this tarot girl was saying on YouTube, but my best friend convinces me. So I don't know. I just feel like that happens with people. But definitely go meditate. Meditate on whatever your questions are, what you're asking for. Great to do it before bed too, so that, you know, you're kind of, that's intentioned in your mind. And then sometimes you'll have dreams. Sometimes you'll get straight answers in your dreams. You never know where it'll lead you. So definitely meditate. Woo, that one just like popped right out. We have more fun. I think whatever this is that you're doing, it is something that you really enjoy. You might be asked to have more fun in your day. Find something that does bring you joy and embrace that. Do that. Outside of this, if this is something you're already doing, maybe you're being asked to have a little bit more fun. Do something, even 15 minutes of something that just kind of gives you a little bit of joy to tap into, a little energy release, and it helps lift your mood. Even if it's reading, right? Something that you love. To kind of lift your mood and allow the energy to kind of move forward. Because sometimes it can get stagnant when you're really like analysis paralysis or like overthinking something. We have a few weeks from now. There could be something that really like pops up or shows up or shifts very quickly in a few weeks from now. Then we have wait. Take your time, ask for help, more information is coming. There you go. So again, is it gonna, there it is. Oh, it's late for it to focus. Yeah, it could be that when you meditate, or even a great way that we meditate naturally, you get into a meditative rhythm, is going for a walk. That is another way to do it. Because walking, you just get into this rhythm. You could listen to music and do it and just let your mind wander. You could listen to a podcast. Maybe that's another way to perceive that, like meditation or seeking guidance or calming the mind, is listen to a podcast, listen to an episode on something that really, draws you in while you're walking or doing something that you love. And it might help bring about some answers, some clarities, especially if you're, falling into a little bit of doubt or questions. Maybe the ego pops in and it's like, you should be doing these things. You should be, doing X, Y, Z. That's the only way you're going to go from point A to point B. Everybody says that's how you do it. And if you're not doing it, you're not going to be successful. That's bullshit. So think outside the box, and there might be something that you do, have more fun, and allow your mind to just kind of be. The more that you're in a thinking mind and letting your mind just kind of like try to figure out something, you're really going to kind of create a block. Having fun, tapping into joy, your solar plexus, is going to really open up that energy, free up the energy, remove any blocks, and allow things to, like I was saying that earlier, is allow things to flow and also flow to you. All right. That's awesome. I believe in you. I have full trust and belief in the universe for you. And if you're listening to this reading and it resonates for you, great. And if you're not sure if it resonates for you, but you're like, I want that, I want to claim that, then let's co-create this together. Claim that reading and co-create it. I will co-create it with you. I pulled up that energy. The seed is now planted. And just know that whatever you're trying to do or work towards, as long as you trust your gut and you trust your intuition and you listen for that guidance in any form of capacity, know that you are doing it right. You're doing it for you, and that's what matters. So I'm going to leave that reading there. The clock is at 22 minutes, so maybe 22 is significant for you. I hope that this message was helpful. I hope that it resonated for some of you, all of you, at least one of you, because when it resonates for one person, that means I'm doing what I'm meant to do and helping to inspire and encourage and, bring peace into people's lives and healing. That's my goal. That's why I wanted to start reading. So if you like this message, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And until next time, thanks for watching.